Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatab Yawa'ala coming back from the GMSF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson today. All right, Lord's will is edifying. But just going into this attack that happened a couple days ago, Russia firing on Ukraine, which, shows you that the weapons that they have, which was really a response to what the U.S. and I believe it was UK let Ukraine do, which was use some of their missiles that they provided. All right. But, I was doing some reading on these missiles and, some comments on some, some journalists, and people who are doing some research on these missiles. But it shows you, exactly what the scriptures say. All right, that, specifically, we're heading into World War III. All right, that's Revelation, the 11th chapter. But more so that this destruction that's going to happen, all right, there's no getting away from it. All right, there's no missile defense system that America can use. There's no way they can, do anything to get out of this coming destruction. All right, you got these missiles, which I got some information on those missiles being used. But when you get this information out, it really shows you that the Lord, put it on the minds of these scientists, which goes in Isaiah, the 13th chapter, to create these weapons and these warheads and these missiles. But, they're not going to miss. All right. There's nothing that is made to combat these missiles, especially over here in America. All right. To deter this destruction. All right, now I just wanted to play this. This is a show. This is what Russia fired on Ukraine, and they're called the Orishnik missiles. All right, it gives you a little video, so you see them coming from the sky. And there's not really big explosions because I'm gonna read in the response. These are really supposed to penetrate the ground, And again, this is fair use. All right, but I'll read a little bit of this. Is an Orishnik missile. It says Orishnik or hazel tree is a Russian intermediate range ballistic missile, IRBM, characterized by its reported speed exceeding Mach 10. According to the Ukrainian military, the missile is equipped with 6 warheads, each reportedly containing submunitions, and is described as highly difficult to intercept. All right. Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh has identified the Orishnik as a variant of the RS-26 Rubiz quasi-ballistic missile. A defense expert at the University of Oslo suggested that it likely incorporates no more than 10% new components. Russia President Vladimir Putin has emphasized the strategic importance of the Orishnik, announcing on 22 November 2024 plans to commence mass production. So they're mass producing this. All right, and it says highly difficult to intercept, which, these things are impossible to intercept. All right, damn near impossible. And again, America doesn't have a missile defense system like that. All right. And even if it did, we're going to get the scriptures. Those missile defense systems are not going to be able to do anything against these missiles. All right. And let me just read a little bit on this. This goes into the Saramat 2, which is another missile that, or ICBM that Russia has. All right. And I'll read a little bit of this. It says the Saramat is a 3-stage liquid-fueled missile with a range of 18,000 kilometers or 11,000 miles and a launch weight of 208.1 tons. The missile is 35.3 meters long and 3 meters in diameter. Designated a heavy ICBM, the Sarmat can load a wide variety of warhead options. According to Russian media, Sarmat is capable of carrying 10 tons of payload, of 10 750 kiloton, 15 or 16 lighter MIRV warheads, and 3 Avangard hypersonic glide vehicles, or a combination of warheads and several countermeasures against anti-ballistic missile systems. The Russian Ministry of Defense said that the missile is Russia's response to the U.S. prompt global strike system. All right. But what does this say? It says, according to Putin, Sarmat has a short boost phase which shortens the interval when it can be tracked by satellites and infrared sensors, such as the U.S. space-based infrared system, allegedly making it more difficult to intercept. Siermont provides Russia with a fractional orbital bombardment capability that can fly a trajectory over the South Pole to targets in the United States, which has the advantage of being able to avoid missile defense systems in the United States. So again, I just wanted to bring this out to show that these missiles that are being used and they're being mass produced, the Lord is going to have these used on America. All right, now real quick, let me grab a scripture. This is Isaiah 9:5, and it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood." When you had previous wars, all right, you had all these armies, you had these soldiers getting together, you had war drums, you had, swords, spears, all right. You had a lot of confusion on the field. You had a lot of confusion on the battlefield, all right. But what does it say about this one? This third world war, it says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So this next world war, all right, it's going to cut straight to the chase, all right? And what is that? That's these ICBMs, all right? These nuclear missiles, if you will, all right? It's going to make quick work, especially over here in America, all right? Which actually, I believe it says, let me find that scripture. In 1 hour, this place is going to be destroyed. All right. Bear with me real quick. Yep. Revelation 18 and 10. It's real quick. Revelation 18. It says, and 10. It says, "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment." Let me just start with at 9. It says, "And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, for they shall see the smoke of her burning." All right. Yeah. All those kings who all these different countries who were in bed with America, making money with America. All right. When this thing finally pops off and this thing, hey, this is that cash cow, so they're going to see these things and lament. "Shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come." All right. So when this thing ultimately goes down and America is destroyed, all right, it's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. All right. Again, it's going to be quick work. All right. This war is going to be quick work. This ultimate judgment is going to be quick work in the grand scheme of things. All right. Now, let me read this last thing, and I want to get in Isaiah 13. But this is from Health Ranger, another Telegram channel. But this guy always goes in and he always brings out a lot of information, but he goes heavily into all these things. But I just wanted to read this, and it puts in the perspective of, America's through, all right? But it says, "So far, almost nobody in the West fully comprehends the Orishnik weapon system just demonstrated by Russia." Hat tip to Ted Postal, Scott Ritter, and Brian Berletic, the only 3 people I've found so far who fully understand this. I've done the math on the kinetic energy of the submunitions using estimates for mass, and I've studied up on what's publicly known about these weapons so far. My conclusion, NATO is done. The West has no idea what just hit them. Russia's Orishnik weapon system is checkmate for NATO and the USA. All U.S. aircraft carriers can be destroyed in minutes. All U.S. military bases, all underground bunkers, all ICBM launch sites, naval shipyards, etc. can be destroyed with non-nuclear kinetic energy via the Orishnik. There are no active treaties that I'm aware of prohibiting this weapon system, and it doesn't destroy surrounding infrastructure or masses of civilians. It is a devastating, unstoppable surgical strike weapon that basically drops metal lightning out of the sky like Thor's hammer or the comets of God. It says nobody has any defense against it, and the range of these weapons, once mounted on intercontinental boosters, is global. The West must know either back off or go nuclear. All right, and again, this thing's gonna go nuclear. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But again, it was funny reading this quote and reading what this dude came to this conclusion, because that's scriptural. All right, this place is done. All right, the scriptures talk about it's America's allies even turning on him. All right, Well, right here, Jeremiah 50 and 14. It says, put yourselves in array about Select, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. All ye that bend the bow. So everyone who has nuclear capabilities eventually is going to shoot at America. All right. So, we read that quote where the dude was saying NATO's done. Well, eventually NATO's going to get the idea, especially those European countries that are a part of NATO. All right. And when the Lord puts it into all their minds, all right, their rulers, whoever's in charge at that time, they're going to come up with that same thought. And what is that thought? Destroy Babylon, America. All right? Whether they're allies or not. Okay? Somehow, some way, the Lord is going to put it. Well, we know how. The Lord is, he does what he wants to do. But we're going to see this thing where these so-called allies aren't going to be allies to America anymore. All right? So it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Yeah, because ultimately this is the judgment of the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Shai. It says, shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. All right. And ultimately this place is going to be destroyed. We read in Revelation the 18th chapter in 1 hour. Okay. And let me jump over here to Isaiah 13. And it says, yep. Yeah, straight to the point. It says, Babylon will fall to the Medes. All right. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. And who are the modern day Medes? This is Russia. Okay, so you're seeing all these different new missile systems. All right, you're seeing everything get more and more escalated. Okay, Trump's talking about what, I believe it was Trump. Well, he said, it's a rumor going around actually that he's saying basically if Russia doesn't stop, they're going to supply Ukraine with more and more weapons. All right, which ultimately you're poking a bear. All right, but you're seeing how this is going to escalate. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Yeah, they're not going to be worried about money. They're not going to be worried about any type of resources. Hey, the Lord is just going to put that thought in them, and they're going to execute. It says, their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, and how did he overthrow it? With fire and brimstone. Okay, and everybody here that's not of the elect, that's in the land of America, is going to be utterly burnt. All right, utterly burnt. Okay, this place is going to be a desert, and again, it's going to be destroyed within 1 hour. These these ICBM missiles, they're hypersonic. All right, so they could reach wherever they need to reach in a matter of minutes. All right. And they have a 15, 16 warhead payload on them. Hey, America is done. It's through. All right. And this is Joel, the 2nd chapter. And I want to read this, ultimately because, hey, there is no missile defense system. All right. When the Lord sends these missiles off, when these warheads, hey, they're going to hit what they got to hit. All right. Again, there is no missile defense system to stop these. And even if they did have a missile defense system, it's not going to matter. All right. And we're going to read it. This is Joel 2 and 1. Start from the top. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. All right. And yeah, we're blowing the trumpet from our apostles and elders on down. All right. We're pushing out the warnings and primarily, all right, to our people, only to our people, because only our people have the ability, all right, or the chance, if you will, to be saved. But we know the ones that are only going to be saved are the elect, all right, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Everyone else, all right, the 2/3 of our nation that's caught up in here, all right, hey, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be fuel for the fire. It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, and neither shall be any more after, even to the years of generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. Talking about these missiles. All right, and this place, America, has a lot of beautiful scenery. It's like the Garden of Eden. All right, there's a lot of beautiful places here. But what's going to happen is it's eventually going to be a desolate wilderness. All right, this place is going to be destroyed, and rightfully so. All right, rightfully so, because this land is polluted. All right, and especially with the blood of Israelites. It says, yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as strong people set in battle array. When these missiles get shot up, you hear that sound. All right? It's judgment. It's judgment time. It says, before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. Yeah, these people are going to be bugging out. All right? Hey, we bring this out. Actually, we brought this out at camp last week. Imagine like what these people went through in Hawaii. All right? When they told them, they didn't even see it. There was nothing to see. It was just word of mouth that the missile was coming. And they were bugging out. Now imagine when you can hear it and you can see it. All right? It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march everyone on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks. All right? And the elder Kwanawa, brought this out too at camp, that these missiles are actually going to be in formation. All right? The Lord is going to have it happen to when all these nations shoot their nukes. They're going to be in formation. All right? Neither shall one thrust another. So they're not going to, hit each other. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So even if there is any weapon missile defense system that tries to shoot these things down, what does it say? They shall not be wounded. All right? They're not going to be shot down. They're not going to miss their target. They're going to be marching in formation. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. All right, the scriptures say the earth shall quake to and fro. All right, there's going to be these big nuclear fallout clouds afterwards. All right, America is going to be a desert. All these things are coming because the Lord is angry with this place. All right, America, also known as Babylon the Great. All right, Babylon, confusion. All right. It says, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that execute his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? All right. And again, this is what's coming to America. All right. And it was beautiful to read these things. All right. To see that, what the Lord is bringing, it's unstoppable. All right. It's unstoppable, and they said these were non-nuclear. So in that thing I read, from Health Ranger, everything that they brought out was non-nuclear. So imagine when they attach these things to the nukes. All right. The Lord is angry with America. The Lord is about to destroy America. All right. Hey, but yeah, Lord's will, this is edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, and above all.